What's up, Denny?
Frankie, when you send the text, it's a hi. When you send a text that says I'm ready, I see that along with 40 or 50 other texts from other people, right? Then when you send a text that says I have an appointment for my car at 1:30, you know what happens to your other text?
What's up?
Goes away. So I'm looking at texts from people that say, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. And then I see a text from Frankie that says, I have a car appointment at 1:30.
I forgot. I honestly forgot I had the appointment. So I shot you the text after saying I'm ready. I should have said that first.
But the point is, if that happens, normally I'm just going to ignore you completely for the day, because when I'm looking through 40, 50, 60 texts, I see I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I only have an hour. I'm ready. I only have 4 hours. I'm ready. And then I see I have a car appointment at 1:30. You understand?
Yes.
It just doesn't make any sense. You don't have to apologize. I'm the only one on the planet that does this. You ever get on the bus to go to school when you were a kid?
Of course.
Scary at first, right? But we learn, we figure it out. Then later in life, we get on the local bus, we give them 75 cents. We kind of know how it works. Well, I've invented this system, and I just ask you to follow these silly protocols. Now, also 1:30, so I'm supposed to say, oh, what time is it in New York now? What time is 1:30? What does all this mean? Will he have time afterwards? Just tell me that you're ready and what time constraints you have. You could have sent another text and say, I'm ready. I only have, 8, 10, 30, 11, 12, 1. I only have 3 hours left.
All right.
I'm not scolding you, dude. It's not the end of the fucking world, but I don't really give a shit what you're doing today. I just want to get you a laundromat or two, and the best way to do that is if you text me and tell me you're ready. I see you're in the document. The first store is in the Bronx. We've also obliterated some of the items that end up in the original scouting document. How many stores do we have to call today?
Just a follow-up. Did you called last week? Did they ever?
I'm asking you a question that includes a number. How many stores do we have to call this week? There you go.
2.
But I don't see that because it's missing. It's gone. So I just put it back. The Bronx Homeless Hotel. New, you're telling me. So we've never done anything with this store whatsoever at all.
Nope, this is the one that the property manager called me a few days ago.
How did the property manager get your telephone number in order to talk to you?
About a few weeks ago, I found a laundromat in some other area of the Bronx, and when I went through Google searches and city searches, it came up a property management. So long story short, the property management is in the same building as the laundromat, but they're not the property manager to that laundromat or any of the storefronts where the property management office is. So he goes, a lot of people get confused. They think we're the manager of this area, but we're not. He goes, so I said, okay, because I was calling regarding this laundromat. He goes, well, I have another laundromat in another location, not over here in this area. So I said, yeah. He goes, yeah, go take a look. He goes, here's the address. Go take a look. He goes, and tell me what you think. I said, all right. So I went and took. I never had a chance to step inside because there's no parking in that area. So why don't you
negotiate with the guy?
Just me to negotiate the guy?
I've asked you, and every single client I have, I've made videos about it. I beg you not to discuss the leases with these people. But he told you that the rent is $8,000 a month.
Right. He called me that day. He called me last week, and he said, that guy, he goes, that laundromat at the place I told you. I said, yeah, what about him? He goes, He wants to take his machines and leave. His lease is, I believe, is coming up, or something like that. He goes, and then you know how they are. They right away. Oh, how much you willing to pay rent? I said, listen. The guy's name is Avi. I said, Avi, I never had a chance to go inside the store. I'm not talking about rent price and everything like that without ever scouting. I have to do my homework. I told him.
Frankie,
Okay, take a few days and do
you're
your
trying to
homework.
misdirect all of this. It's okay. You paid me to do a job to negotiate with somebody, and now you're bringing me on board after you've already talked to the guy. It makes
No,
it
listen,
almost...
the guy called me. That's how the conversation went. He called me and started talking just like that. And then I told him, listen, I need a couple days to do my homework.
You initiated all of that occurring. You made it happen. This guy didn't find you. You found him. Don't talk to them about leasing the space. I'm not privy to the conversation. Did you channel Danny D'Angelo when he said $8,000 a month? What did you say? How did it go? Did you tell him why you won't be paying that advanced form of rent?
I told him I never scouted the area. I have no idea how it looks.
Okay, I already heard you.
8,000 is too much for a laundromat.
The guy's name is Avi, and he's a property manager.
Correct.
You told him it was too much. Why?
8,000? It is. That's a lot.
That was your argument? It's a lot?
No, I didn't say it's a lot. I'm just saying 8,000. I told him, I said, I'm not paying 8,000 a month for that area.
Why?
Because, listen, it's too much money. And when I went inside the store over the weekend.
So you had no idea how to, look, this isn't telling somebody, well, it's $8,000. No, it's not. You had no argument. You can't explain to me what you said or why you said it. And the guy thinks you're a schmuck.
This is before I scouted, So when I went back over the weekend, it was on Saturday. I went, took a few pictures.
Why are you arguing with me? You hired me to do this. Quit fucking talking to these people, okay? Okay? That's all. You will never hear me say, that's too much. That's not an argument, and that's what negotiating is. Making the guy on the other side of the table understand your point. That's too much. But I can't stop you from talking to them, right?
No, listen, like I said, I didn't expect the guy. I just got a call and I answered. I didn't even know who the number was.
I got an idea. If you have a call from a number that you don't recognize, don't answer it. Let it go to voicemail. Remember that you're in the process of doing this thing. And if someone says, I'm Avi, dude, come on. This is so ignorant and idiotic to me. If I was a lawyer and you were guilty of a crime and you spoke to the police, you're going to prison for life, depending on the crime. I'm your lawyer. I'm on your side. I'm saying don't talk to them, but yet you continue. I can get my way out of it. Listen.
So, future reference, just don't answer the phone.
Should you be speaking to these people if you hired me to do so?
No.
Oh, what was that? Yes or no? No. No. Never. No matter what. You gave him your phone number. He called you back, and now this is all mucked up. Let's call up Avi. Here we go. Voicemail.
Morning, Chatham.
Hi, looking for Avi. This is Danny D'Angelo.
Just give him one moment because he's actually on the other line.
I'll wait right here.
Okay, this is with regards to...
I'm looking to rent some space in the Bronx.
Okay. What was your name again?
Danny D'Angelo.
Okay, give me one moment.
Well, I've been sitting here all day. I've been sitting in this waiting room. And And I've been waiting on my friends, yes, I'm waiting on
Guess
this
you're not going to take any
conference
notes, huh, buddy?
call. All alone,
No, I'm taking notes.
and I'm on
I don't see it.
hold. Oh, yes, I'm on hold. I hope it's not all day. Hey! Well, I wonder where they are, yes, I wonder where my friends have gone. Where'd they go? Tell me, where could they be while I'm waiting on this conference call? I don't know. Well, I'm holding on my phone, yes, I'm holding on the line. Hey! I don't know where they are, I don't know why I'm still alone. I'm on hold. Oh, yes, I'm on hold. I hope it's not all day. Hey! Well, let me tell y'all a story about a man who was on hold all day. Yes, he was. Now, maybe he had the time wrong, and maybe he didn't. There's just no way for me to say. And yes, I have seen some long hold times in my day. Yes, I have. And this was one of the worst.
Is this supposed to be funny?
Now, this young man did not hang up the telephone, and you guess what happened? Yeah.
It's terrible, man.
That call began. That call started. Stay on hold. You gotta stay on hold. Don't go away.
Just give her one moment, okay?
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been sitting here all day. I've been sitting in this waiting room. And I've been waiting on my friends. Yes, I'm waiting on this conference call. All alone. And I'm on hold. Oh, yes, I'm on hold. Hello?
Avi.
Yes?
Avi, my name's Danny. I'm looking at some commercial space here in the Bronx. You spoke to my partner briefly in reference to this as a current operating laundromat. That's what we do. We might be interested in leasing the space long term and spending $500,000 or so on washers and dryers and making another successful store out of it.
Okay. So, but I asked him, look at the laundromat first and tell me what is the best price you can pay me, the rent.
Yeah, we've done that. So we have a few.
So, tell me. Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Yeah. Yeah, tell me.
Been in the business 20 years. I've got 36 locations in the tri-state area. Again,
Wow.
the difference between us and your current operator who is failing, we will have debt service on new equipment. So your asking rate on a 15-year term is what?
No, usually max we give is a 5-year, or if somebody puts machines in there, then max we give is 10-year.
Let's back up a little. I'm going to spend at least $500,000 on washers and dryers, change machines, folding tables.
I just rented to a laundromat. He spent 1.6 million on it. I just rented it on the Jerome Avenue, worth 3,500 square feet. 1.6 million he put it. I gave him a 10-year lease.
Like I said, I need at least 15 years because I plan to retool my store every 7 years, and at least I don't know what the equipment will cost. And your buddy there, 1.7, unless that's a 5,000 square foot store, he got robbed. I don't know. Oh, okay.
3,500, and he's doing great.
Excellent.
He is paying my rent.
You should sell me on it. It sounds like this is a sales call all of a sudden. But I know what it costs per square foot to retool a laundromat, and that guy got Mercedes prices.
No, he made it from brand new.
What's your asking
rate? He made a brand new laundromat.
Oh, he built a brand new store, and he's doing great. So when's he going to recoup $1.6 million? Probably never.
I don't know. He is doing great. He's paying my rent in time.
Excellent.
So that's what.
Are we talking about this location and my potential takeover, or are we talking about your buddy who built a laundromat who's going to lose everything? I'm confused.
No. What you're talking, when you just said that you're going to put 500,000, I'm just letting you know.
For equipment.
Like, I'm just trying to do,
building a laundromat from scratch, so I'm not going to spend 1.6. That's what it takes to build a laundromat.
No, I know. I'm
scratch.
Not saying that's why. That is why when you said 500,000, okay, I understand. People, whenever I rent to a restaurant, they put
We have a dangling
400,000
participle.
easily.
We have a dangling participle, Avi. We've got a question looming. What is the rate of rent?
I told him I'm getting around. I'm right now. I'm getting $7,000 rent. What is the best rate you guys?
Right now, you're getting $7,000 rent,
including the taxes.
Okay, so that's a gross rate.
Yes.
What's the square footage?
It should be around 3,500, but you guys have to measure it yourselves.
So your rate is $3 per square foot for a laundromat.
Yeah, 1 second.
I'm telling you, easy math, bud.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. 35 times 7,000 divided by. Yeah. So tell me, what do you want to do?
A reasonable and commensurate rate of rent for a laundromat would be $20 per square foot on a 15-year term. I can write that. Then we can talk about potential rent abatement, what I have to do. If I was on your side of this, if I had to get $7,000 a month, then I would probably vanilla the space, get rid of the laundromat, and hope for an optometrist to move in there, but that's just me.
I'm sorry, man. We don't touch anything. We give it as is. What you see, that's what you get.
Nice.
We don't do anything.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the potential for $7,000 a month rent.
No, I get it. I understand, but that's what I'm getting because I have a time for renewal for that. And then I said, I just wanted to give a call. Frankie, right? That's your partner, Frankie?
Yeah, he's the guy who scouts for me, yeah.
Okay, so that's what then I told him, this is what I'm getting. If not, no problem. I'll move on to my next
now you're
guy.
on the phone with me, so we're not talking about Frankie any longer. You're talking to Danny now.
Okay, Danny. So tell me, Danny, so what is the best?
$20 a square foot to start with 3% increases. Get your calculator out.
Yeah, then plus the pay plus the taxes, real estate taxes.
I can't do anything about taxes. If I could, I'd live in Zimbabwe.
See, if I'm getting this rent currently, I'm going to go down.
You shouldn't do anything. But your current operator is failing, and that's why we're having this discussion. He's going to pull the plug.
Who said that he's failing?
You did.
Who said he's failing?
Why are you having?
He's not failing.
Why are you?
I wanted to see if I can get more rent.
Oh, you want to see if you can get more
you
rent.
know.
So your current operator is month to month?
No. His lease is about to expire.
Let me stop you. Do you own this building or do you work for the landlord?
I work for the landlord.
Okay.
And I'm a decision maker.
Excellent. Obviously. So when I'm with you for 10, 15 years, you're going to shop me and you're going to try to get more rent when I'm in there with $500,000 worth of equipment?
No, because he was thinking what he wants to do. He's thinking what he wants to do.
I don't know the operator. We're talking about an entity that I don't know. This is not a friend.
He wants to sell the business. If he wants to sell the business. Listen to me, Danny. Let's talk what we want to do. What do you want to do? Tell me, what are your intentions? This is my rate. You want it?
$20 a square foot plus
sorry,
taxes.
man. Sorry.
You are sorry.
Plus taxes?
I agree. Yes, of course. I can't do anything about tax. Maybe I wasn't clear. We can write your letter of intent.
So you are going to include gross in the gross. That's what you mean to say. I'm sorry, man.
That's not a gross. That's not a gross lease rate. It's $20 plus triple nets and your taxes. I understand that. I don't expect to have a gross rate. Can we do 15 years of 5 and 2 5s? Because I'm not going to sign for 10.
Let me think over it and get back to you.
Think over it. Okay. You've got my cell phone number. Very strange conversation, little buddy. Okay, Frankie. Let me think over it.
This guy, he's all over the place.
When you go to Walmart to buy a t-shirt or a pair of socks, do you get to the counter and say, I'm not going to pay $11 for this pair of socks, young lady. Ring it up for $4.
Of course not.
And then haggle back and forth to see where you can end up?
Of course not.
No? Why not? It's not going to work. Right?
Yeah.
Pointless.
Danny, you know what the thing is?
I wasn't finished.
When I went...
No, I don't know. I know now because I talked to him. What would your argument be to try to get those socks for $4?
They're ripped. I don't know.
They're ripped. They're brand new socks, bro. It's Walmart.
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
I could get them on Amazon for $4.
Good. Now you're getting somewhere. You could get them on Amazon for $4. Now, if this was a mom and pop shop, that might just work. If it was a yard sale, that might just work. We're dead in the water because Walmart is non-negotiable pricing, period, end of story. So I'm being facetious. But the truth is, that's a good point. If I was at a mom and pop shop, I could say, look, here's the same socks on Amazon. Now, that purveyor, that shopkeep could say, well, you're going to have to wait a day or two. And here you are without socks. Right? Now we're getting into the juice, the argument. That's what a negotiation is. What I would say is, let me look at the product itself. Made in Malaysia. Let me do a Google search. Malaysia, they pay their employees 50 cents a day. Wow. These weren't made in New Jersey. They were made in Malaysia. Come on, $12? I'll give you $4. The shopkeep might just make a deal and shake your hand and you leave with a new pair of socks. Here's the point. This guy never said $8,000 to me. Why do you think that is? He never said $8,000 even once. Did he?
Nope.
Why do you think that is? Why did he say $8,000 to you and $7,000 to me? He shaved $1,000 off the monthly rent. I'm asking a real question. Why do you suppose he did that?
Yeah. Because he's probably not going to get $8,000 for that place.
But he told you it was $8,000.
Well, he's seen you talking on the phone, so.
Pardon me?
He knows. I said he probably feels that, talking to you on the phone, that he's not going to then you know your stuff. He's not gonna get to 8,000. You know.
15 years, 12 months in a year. That's 180 months. We just shaved $180,000 off your total rent. Bigger picture, let me ask you, what just happened? What was the conversation all about? Is this going to be your laundromat? Do you like the guy? Is this the type of decision maker that you want on your side?
Listen, this guy. When you called me last week, I didn't know that he didn't. He doesn't give. He only gives 10-year maximum, and that's if you install new machines.
That's not the case. That's not the case.
But if let's say if that's the case, they just.
He's saying 10 years because and this is something you would not understand unless you've negotiated hundreds and hundreds of leases. Why would he care if you do 15 years? Because he's thinking that we're trying to get 10 years without any bumps, without any increases, okay? And we're not.
I see.
You do. Now you see. Small thing, it may seem small, but when I ask you and every client, I beg you to take good notes because I'm busy talking to this guy. I'm not always in my office. I'm not always on YouTube. 1% of what I do ends up on the YouTube machine. The preponderance of the calls I make, I'm on my phone, fast and furious, not even in my office. That's why I plead you to take the notes. You wrote down 2 lines. Avi said maximum they give for laundry operators is 10 years, and that's if you install new machines. He didn't really say that. Avi works for landlord decision maker. Nicely done. There was a lot said. You should be typing like Kermit the Frog while we're doing this. Here's why. He went on and on about what? What did he go on and on about?
About the lease years.
He went on and on about this guy. He just put in a store for $1.6 million. Right? And he's doing well. No, he's not. How long does it take 25 cents at a time to recoup $1.6 million? That guy might make money someday, sure, maybe. But why is he talking about that? Because I was asking him what the rate of rent was, and he was avoiding the question. There's these subtle nuances in these conversations, these arguments, which are negotiations. I was about to hang up, leaving me on hold for X number of seconds, if not minutes. It's all part of this game. If it were me and I wasn't working for you, I would have hung up. Let him find my number in his caller ID and call me back. It's all part of it. What did he say at the very end? Because it's not in the notes.
He'll call you back.
He did not say he'd call me back.
That he'll let you know.
See how important note-taking is? Because it was only minutes ago and you've forgotten what he said. I'm not picking on you, dude. I'm saying that you're making this. Listen to what he said about Frankie this and Frankie that, and I already talked to the guy. You've got a guy 7 foot tall and bulletproof standing in front of you with a weight belt on, and you got me. Or some weak little dude next to him. Who do you want to fight?
The weak dude.
You want to fight the big dude?
No, the weak dude.
The little weakling, right? This guy has made an assessment of you and me, and he wants to talk to you. When your phone rings and it's blocked caller ID, don't answer it because you've hired me as your sword and your shield. I don't know if this store will end up being yours, but there's bigger picture things. Everything that we talked about needs to be in the notes on the next call. Please, I'm begging you, even if it's just shorthand.
All right.
What kind of landlord is Avi? No, he's not. He's a property manager, but what kind of property manager is he?
I don't know. He doesn't seem to really know what he wants. Seems indecisive, you know?
He's a scumbag, dude. He's trying to bounce his current tenant.
But that's what they try to do, you know. They give you a 10-year lease, you don't get your money back. They rinse and repeat, and they do that all the
I
time.
asked him, what happens in 10 years when I'm in here? But you won't falter. That's the difference. You will pay your rent on time. You will make money. You will retool in an appropriate manner. There's obviously a chink in the armor, a hole in the boat, a monkey in the wrench. There's something wrong with this arrangement, or this guy wouldn't be talking to you.
Can I ask you a question?
No. You made the cardinal sin because you talked to this guy. I'm not asking you to hire me. You already did. Clients talk to landlords or property managers because they're in a hurry. I got a guy texting me, just hired me on Saturday and Sunday. Even if you know that the landlord is available, you call him on a Saturday, he's going to be mowing his lawn and go, man, this guy's a rube. This guy doesn't know how business is done, right? Monday through Friday. We're in America. There's no 3-hour break. This isn't France. I'm just talking about how business is done. And never waste a question asking if you can ask one. What's the question, Frankie?
This current operator has a contract with the local, I guess, hotel, motel, and they do their bedding.
It looks like it, because
whatnot.
I see all those gigantic carts
bins,
with
or
the
whatever you wanna
wheels
call
on them.
Carts, yeah.
Everywhere. Sure. So what about it?
If they're doing so much beddings in for the hotel, I saw Google reviews that the customers they didn't have machines for the regular customers. So how would you go about handling that? Do you still do it with the hotels and the beddings? Because if regular customers don't have enough machines.
Let's do some yes or no rapid fire questions, shall we? Do you think this laundromat is doing well for this operator? Yes or no question.
I don't know.
Do you think this laundromat is doing well for this operator?
I think so. Yeah.
Why? They're losing their fucking rent, Frankie. They're losing their lease. Their landlord is courting other potential renters. They are not doing well. They are not paying their bills. They are not doing well. There's a sign also, a sign in more than one way in the store, and this is kind of telling. It's on one of the machines in the back. It says no working, right?
Yeah.
Is this, I don't think it's funny, but it tells us something, right? This operator is not first generation America, okay? God bless him. Came here the right way, owns a business, all that. No opinion on my end. But folks from other countries, they want to trade their time for money. So this guy has built up this gigantic wash, dry, fold, drop-off business. He has one client that he's serving, a hotel, motel. And he's trading his time for money every single day. And in so doing, he's pushing out potential customers that want to use his machines, and he doesn't even fix the machines that break, right? He has lost sight of what he needs to be doing and how he needs to do it. The place is full of these bins everywhere. You walk in there, you're like, oh, are we open to the public? He doesn't care. Is he running a good, successful laundromat? No, is the answer. No. Because he's lost sight of how it works. We, and this is so controversial, we, when you do it right, give away the wash, dry, fold to an attendant. We give that business away and we have a warm body in the store. That's another discussion, and you and I will talk about that when you sign your lease, when you're ready to do it. I have consulted with hundreds, if not thousands, of operators who own existing laundromats. You with me? They own a store, and they reach out to me. They say, please help me get this place running and making money. And I look at all their shizzy, and typically it is a wreck. But the biggest thing is always, we do wash, dry, fold. We take in $20,000 a month, but it costs us $24,000 a month. What is that? How much are they losing? They're losing $4,000 a month. This isn't some YouTube channel where you say, my wash, dry, fold makes $3 million a year. Makes. You got 14 trucks on the road. If you're on a thin margin and one of those trucks flips over and God forbid kills somebody and your insurance lapsed, you are fucked. It's the way business works. Never kid yourself. Look at this. The roof is leaking in this place too. I'm scrolling through the photos you took. That's a huge indicator that they are not paying this rent. We made an offer. You need to go back in here and take these notes. Danny offered $20 per square foot plus triple nets. Right? I did. What did he say at the end of the call? Maybe YouTube will help us with that. What did he say?
I remember him saying that he's going to call you back and he's got to think about it. I should have taken notes.
I know, you should have. But we've learned lessons, valuable lessons. So what do we do with this guy and with this place and with this call? Nothing. If you are able, listen to this for the cheap seats. If you're able to find this guy's email, I applaud you. But I'm not going to beg for his email. I'm not going to text, call, write. We have his work number. It will be saved in my phone. I've never talked to this guy. Never had a conversation with him. My opinion of him is extremely low because he should be looking out for his current tenant, and he's not. In the future, please avoid conversing with these people. I shouldn't care, Frankie, but I'm passionate about helping you. And I can best serve you and best help you if I have a clean slate. If I would have called this guy out of the... And the only reason he said 7 to me and 8 to you is because he smells blood in the water, okay? It's not a personal dig. You haven't made thousands of calls to landlords, helped people sign hundreds of leases. So please, for your sake, not mine, don't be in a hurry to get them on the phone. The next,
Danny.
hi, yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
The next one is a store in the Bronx. We called it in January and we left a message, and it was a generic numerical voicemail, which is just great for somebody who's supposed to be doing business, right? They did not, the phone number is saved in my phone, and they didn't bother to return our call. Let's call said number again. We don't have a name. You wrote in the notes you don't know if the number belongs to an agent or a landlord because the number was on a banner. When you Google it, it just gives you a hodgepodge. Here we go. Stand by. Did you subscribe, you louts? Now's your chance. The hopes and dreams of the universe. Speaking of hope. These are slumlords and their agents. Why have a banner that says call? Okay, very interesting. It rang a couple of times and then it clicked and it hung up on me. Nothing happened. Let's try again. The phone is saved. The number is saved in my phone with a bunch of question marks, and it leads to you, Frankie. Here we go. Let's try again. Astounding. I'd rather call Walmart. At least they'll answer.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. Message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Ahoy there. I see your number on a banner here in the Bronx. I'm looking to lease some space from you. Left a message last week. My name is Danny. Call my cell, please, or you can text direct. Appreciate you. Frankie, we laughed, we cried, we learned a lot. This particular call number, when they call me back, if and when they do, I will get you on the horn. That's the way it works. Understand that what we are doing is not dealing with someone at Walmart who's ready to do business. Many times, these landlords, third parties, management companies don't have any empty space. And I can't very well call and say, I want your laundromat, because they'll ignore it. You get that, right?
Yep.
Keep scouting, keep looking. What do we do with our friend Avi? Nothing. If you are able to find an email for him by searching his number, it should be in the Google-nator somewhere. If you can do that, I'll send him an email. Now, I want you to set your calendar for 30 days. We will call him back in a month, because then I can at least say the words, hey, it's been a month.
All right.
Thanks, buddy. Find some more stores.
Thanks, Danny.
Ciao.
Thank you.
I am not a motivational speaker, ladies and gentlemen. I am not a counselor. I'm a realist. Call me many, many things. Call me what you will. A father first, the most important job I will ever have. A husband. A friend to many. If you are looking to get into the laundry business and you see me on here and you think I'm making jokes, I'm no prankster. I'm not doing jokes. This is yet another. I'm not trying to chastise Frankie. I appreciate him. But how clear can I be? If you're thinking, right? If you're thinking of bringing me on board, don't speak to these landlords. Don't do it. I think this was a good call for many small reasons, the tiny nuances of the way that these calls play out. The guy shaved $1,000 off of the total monthly lease rate just because of the authority in my voice. No other reason. Never made mention of $8,000 a month. Never. So what's the reality? Is it 6? Is it 4? I love when they say, well, I'm collecting $8,000 a month. No, you're not. The guy's leaving. The guy's failed. The guy is working his fingers to the bone doing some hotel motel's laundry every day. Up at 6, out at 7, ignoring the real customers in the laundry. This is a phenomenal business, kids, if you know how to do it, if you understand. I'm not going to do that. The preponderance of the operators that do one thing and do it well will earn. Don't try to be that jack of all trades. Appreciate each and every one of you. Get the course. If you don't have it, jump on. There's a link in the description so you can grab it. And that's going to teach, train, and mentor you in so many ways. Maybe you decide this is too much work for you. It is work. You don't need to bring me on board. You can make the calls yourself. That's the if. If you don't feel that you can play this game and do this dance with these landlords, you can hire me. Later.